On today's video, we've got a family of wedges that I'm a huge fan of personally. I used to play the old 588s, and if you know that model number, you know I'm talking about Cleveland. This is their 2025 edition, the RTZ family of wedges. I've got the 54 and the 58. We're gonna put it through its paces here on course. Let's take a look at what Cleveland has done this year. All right, here's your closer look at the 58-degree wedge in hand. I've got it, as you can see, at 8 degrees of bounce. And the RTZ signifies the Z alloy that Cleveland has developed that they say is 10% softer than their metal before. And after having hit a few shots with this at the PGA show, I can attest it's got a nice soft feel, but still offers the same performance and forgiveness that you would expect out of a Cleveland wedge. Now, there's a lot more technology inside of here, including what Cleveland calls HydroZip. HydroZip allows you to play out of wet conditions and kind of wicks water away from the grooves, which is very important. These grooves also feature UltiZip, and UltiZip is going to move debris like grass and sand away from the grooves to keep them clear and again to generate as much spin as possible. Also inside of here is Zipcore technology. We can't see that, but basically near the hosel there, they've replaced some weighting, which moves the center of gravity close to where you strike the ball there in the middle, or where I strike it a little bit towards the toe. That's basically going to provide more MOI. The grooves themselves, these are nice wide grooves that again are going to put maximum spin on the ball. Now, for the first time ever, Cleveland has rolled out this Adapt grind. And as you can see, I've got relief sections that are very different from traditional wedges. It's subtle, but hopefully you can see it there on camera. This is going to allow you to do all sorts of things with the ball. Open up the face to hit flop shots, shut it down a little bit to hit low runners. You could do so much with this Adapt grind. I think it's really a winner. Now, my 58 here features full face grooves, but the 54-degree wedge that I have doesn't have the full face grooves, but you get some extra milling there along the edges, which is beautiful. On this 54 degree, I've got the full sole design. I've also got this at 12 degrees of bounce. All right, well, it's time now to take these out on course and put it through the paces. All right, first test, I'm getting into the fairway. We're gonna hit some 80-yard shots. All right, shot one here. Okay, it looks good. Let's see if we get the check on it. Yes, at least from here, it looks like it. I like that. In terms of distance, look good as well. Shot two. Flighted that a little higher. Look at that checkup though, that's nice. Push it off to the right, so we'll make a little adjustment here to the swing path. Feels great coming off this club though. Wind's pushing a little right as well. Oh, that is tasty, tasty. That might be my best one right there. Get tight. Oh, yes. That is so good. I'm loving the turf interaction, the feel of this one. And I love looking down at that full face groove. For me, that gives me a little bit more confidence. Let me hit one more here, just because I love it. Might not have got all of that one. But that would be 5 pretty good cracks there. Had birdie. Loving what I see from the fairway. All right, so these here, obviously I was off a little bit in terms of direction, but we got that nice one hop and stop that I like to see, and those look great. Those would be 3 really good cracks at birdie. I love that I'm able to control the flight with these, especially on this hole I was into the wind. So these that were flighted a little lower obviously turned out a little bit better. But so far so good from the fairway here with the RTZ. Let's take one into the bunker now and see how it performs down to the sand. All right, next test here, we're gonna go into the bunker, and this Adapt grind is hopefully gonna help us slide through the sand. We're gonna have a pin here where we've got a downhill lie as well. So we're probably not gonna get a ton of spin, but we're gonna see if we can control distance and knock a couple tight. Good start there. Roll down a little bit more just because we're on kind of a down slope there by the pin. So I'm gonna open this face up just a little touch further, hopefully get it a little higher. And that should be pretty good. There, we'll take that. One more. I'm really gonna cut across the face and put hopefully some extreme spin on this one. I wanna see it hit and check. Well, still got a little bit more roll out of it, but a good shot. I'll take that. So, obviously a very easy club there out of the sand, and again, I'd have some reasonable cracks at saving par from that position. Let's move on to the next test. All right, this next test, we're gonna take it to a thin lie and see if we can generate maximum spin with not a lot of green to work with. That one grabbed up nice. So a lot of ways to use this wedge. Very, very versatile. I think they've done a great job here, giving you different options. We saw with the 54, out of wetter conditions, it's gonna be a little bit more usable. I'd say this one's better for that dry environment where you really gotta nip it. And all good results here. I'll take these tap-ins all day long. So massive fan of what I'm seeing here out of the RTZ wedges. I'm probably gonna have to pick up the 50-degree wedge and put these in my bag. They're that good. I think you've got ample distance, you've got good stopping power, and you've got versatility. For me, that's so important because we get a wide variety of conditions out here in Florida. I got my wet days, I've got my dry days like this, and everything in between. This is the first time in a long time I've been really stoked about a Cleveland wedge, but I'm glad to see them back, and they're back in a big way. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.